What's going on, guys? Spencer here with HM Massage. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day, and if you've been following the channel a while, you might know that I like massage. In fact, I love it, and I love making a career out of it. But before I got into it, there are definitely some things that I did not expect. So here are my top 5 things I wish I knew before going into this field. Number 1, starting off with the topic that most people want to hear about, you're not gonna make as much money as you want. Starting off, you're gonna make probably in the realm of about $16 to $20 an hour. And this is not a job that you can work 40 hours a week. A big reason people get into this job is because they see the potential of making $60,000 to $100,000 a year, and that is possible, but just know that starting off, you are gonna be making less money. My first job, I think I got about $15 an hour, and my second job, I started at $18 an hour, where I then worked up to $24 an hour. Now on the flip side, if you do go off and open your own business, then you can start making $60, $80, even $100 an hour and have a good income. But just know that starting off, you're gonna be making less. And that's something to note because this job is not easy. That's point number 2, and this job is hard. A lot of people, myself included, go into this job thinking that you're gonna rub some bodies, you're gonna relax people, apply lotion, and it's not gonna be that difficult. And this job is very demanding, both on your physical and mental skill. We're normally working 6-hour days where we're constantly pushing. We're also constantly bent in weird positions. Our wrists and joints are doing repetitive, stressful movements. And we have a lot of force pushing back on us in the form of that client's muscle. All these things wear and tear on your body, and so you have to be doing self-care in order to survive. And that leads to point number 3, is something I didn't think about when I first got into it, is self-care is necessary. Whether this is a good or bad thing, if you are doing nothing to take care of yourself, you're not training, you're not exercising, you're not stretching, you are not going to last. And that's not trying to be rude. The average lifespan of a massage therapist is less than 3 years. 50% of therapists last less than 3 years, and that's primarily due to injury. People often hurt either their wrist, they'll get carpal tunnel, their shoulders, or their elbows, because it is very demanding on our joints, especially our arms. This means you have to be strengthening yourself, you have to be stretching, doing yoga, something of that form, in order to keep your muscles loose, flexible, and away from injury. You'll also have times where you need to ice your joints and simply take time away from giving massages and go and get them yourself. As a therapist, you should be getting at least minimum 1 massage a month, and it's probably better to get 2 a month. My 4th thing I wish I'd known is, whether this is good or bad, you're gonna be working weird hours. You're not gonna be doing your typical 9 to 5. I myself, I've always worked evenings because I like to sleep in, and so I've often worked till 9 or 10 at night. And I do work weekends. And your schedule is adjustable to what you want, but the chances are you're gonna be working some weird hours, and especially if you get a client that says, I wanna come in for 1 hour massage from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., and you haven't worked all day, you're gonna wanna do that massage for the money, but then all of a sudden you're getting prepped for work at 7:30 at night. The flip side of this, though, are your hours are flexible normally, especially if you own your own place, then you can book your clients whenever you want to. Working for a different place, they're less flexible, but just know that you'll probably be working evenings and weekends, at least to start with, and down the line, you can kind of switch the schedule to what you want. And my final note about massage that I wish I'd known is this is a very personal job. There are often times that you're not only their massage therapist, but you're simply their therapist. In school, they'll often tell you not to connect with your clients, and times they even told me I couldn't really talk back to them. And I didn't really listen to that because clients are going to tell you their life story. They're going to lay some heavy shit on you, and you have to be able to talk to them about that. If someone tells you about the loss of a family member and all you say is, then they're not going to come back and see you because you've just completely closed off any connection you'll have. And that was a big thing I didn't realize before getting into this job, was how much I would connect with my clients and how personable it would become. And that's where it's important to understand that we're professionals, we need to keep that boundary, but it is very possible to keep that boundary while also being a friend. And I know a lot of the things I just said kind of seem like I'm making this job out to be very, very difficult. And while it can be very hard at times, yes, it is one of the most fulfilling and rewarding jobs I've ever came across. And I would highly encourage people to go for it if it's something they're thinking about. But hopefully these tips just gave you a few ideas of what more to expect if you were expecting something different. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to help. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. Hope you have a great rest of your day.